first, start it up.
Yep, so the first thing you do is gonna
Which one, Joe?
key on. Yep, and hold it there, make sure the engine tuck. Wait till everything settles down, all the needles in the gauge settles. And then you do a safe start, which you check your gear shift. Make sure it's in neutral. Clutch all the way down. And then you start it up. Easy off the clutch. No brakes. Easy off the clutch. Right. Both your brakes already popped, so you're good. What you're gonna do is just rev it up a little bit until you hear the sneeze. No, not too much. More than 1,000 RPM is good. Feel the truck settle? Mm-hmm. Feel it dip forward?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you hear the sneeze? So that means your air tanks are full. Yep. So the next thing you're gonna do now is
turn it off.
You're gonna put it in first gear. Clutch all the way down. First gear. In first. Turn the engine off. Key on. Easy off the clutch. So now you can start your air brakes test now. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do the air leakage rate, which is you're taking the air from your tanks and putting it into your brake chambers and your lines to make sure you don't lose no more than 3 psi in 1 minute in a combination vehicle, right?
Okay.
So you're gonna push both of your brakes, both of these. No, not that. We're not touching that at all. You're pushing both of your parking brakes.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So now you wait no more than 3 psi in 1 minute. After that's settled, you put your clock out. After that's done, the next thing you're gonna do is
I do control.
It's your brake application now. You're gonna hold your brakes down.
I do control not using more than 3 psi.
After this one, right? So you're gonna hold it down, and you can't lose no more than 4 psi in a combination vehicle in 1 minute.
Between what and what?
No, there's no between. So what you're gonna do now is hold it down for 1 minute. You can't lose no more than 4 psi in that 1 minute. After that time pass, you ease up off of the brakes. So you can ease up off the brakes. Right, you ease up off the brakes. 11:20.
Now? Okay.
12:20. Right. So the next step would be your warning buzzer and your warning light. You hit, since it's on already. You hear that? That's the sound, and the light came on. That means your air has dropped below 60 psi, and it's telling you, okay, it's time for you to build that air back up, right? So the next thing you do after that now is, no, don't get your foot off the brakes. Okay, every time you press the brakes, you lose pressure, you lose air. So the next one will be is, you will test both of these. So they should pop out between 40 and 25 psi, right? So you keep pressing it until they both pop out. See, both of them popped out, so now you know it's working. You know that both the spring brakes are working properly, right? Yeah. What you do now is you want to do a safe start. Clutch all the way in. Take it out of gear. Neutral, and then easy off the clutch. But these are already popped already. So you want to rev it up so you can take off that warning sound, that beeping. Not too much. No, not too much. You got heavy foot, man. You got steel toe boots. until when you hear the sound going. Okay, take it for now. So while that sound is gone, while it builds up, then you can do your in-cab inspection, which you testing your steering wheel, no more than 2 inches of play.
Steering wheel, no more than 2 inches of play.
And then your gear, no more than 2 inches of play.
The clutch, no more than 2 inches of play. On.
Left turn signal, right turn signal.
Right turn signal. High beam.
Yep.
Forward flashes. All working properly.
City highway on.
And the safety.
You want to do your, don't forget your defrost.
The defrost. All
Working properly. Your windshield wiper blade and arms.
Arm secured and not unsecured and not working.
Yep.
And the windshield not quite or working and no illegal sticking.
Yeah. And then your
no obstruction.
Yeah, and then your 4 emergency.
There is a 4 emergency kits, and the seat belt is not cut or free. Fire extinguisher properly charged. 4-way flashes.
No, 3 red triangle.
3 triangle and
not cracked or broken.
Not cracked or broken, and 4-way flash and 6 fuses.
6 fuses. That's right. So once you do all of that now, then you do your oil gauge. Your oil is at 40. That's operational. And then you do your water temperature. You can't exceed no more than 200 degrees. And then you do your voltmeter for your battery between 12 and 14. That means it's charging properly. And then you do your primary air tank and your secondary air tank. They are rising to operational range, which is between 120 and 140 psi. And then the next part of the test will be your tug roll test, which is, we're not going to do it because we don't have no room to do it, right? You push one of those, you push one in, you put it in first gear, you push one of them in, pull slowly, it should not move. You pull that one back out, you push the other one in, you pull slowly, it should not move. You pop that one back out. So now you put them both in and you drive 5 miles an hour and your steering wheel should not move to the left or to the right when you apply the brakes to show that your service brakes is working. And that'll be the last part of the air brakes test. And then once you're done, you turn the key off and then you tell them, okay, that completes. But there's another part. What you have to do is, once you finish that now, you ask the inspector, you need help to check your lights on the outside. You would put on the left and you say left, and he will let you know right, high beams, low beams, 4-way flashes, and you do the same thing with the back. Once you come up and everything is done, then you know your air brakes is done and your in-cab inspection is done. And then that's it for the inside. The outside, that's the regular, inspection. And that concludes the air brakes and in-cab inspection.